Quick, straightforward video today, ladies and gents. Today we're going to be talking about the wonderful FPS boost that was brought to both the Ezio Trilogy and Assassin's Creed Unity. Now, before we start today's video, remember, as always, if you do enjoy, to leave it a nice, thick, and juicy like. And of course, if you enjoy this kind of content in general and you want to see more like it, then be sure to hit that big red sexy subscribe button right underneath the video. I stumbled over myself a little bit there, but that's okay because we're about to shout out our channel members. These wonderful people help make these videos possible, so thank you so very much. If you want to join and get access to the exclusive perks that they get, be sure to check out the link in the description or hit the blue join button. Anyway, let's begin. So sure, the FPS boost really makes these games look so silky smooth on Xbox, and that's awesome. But it's not just the silky smoothness of the FPS boost that really brings these games back to life, really adds a lot to these games. You know, there's a lot of people that when you play these games, they do feel a little bit clunky to them. They feel a little bit old. For me, especially, Assassin's Creed Unity still feels very, very laggy in some senses, or it did feel very, very laggy. One of the reasons that I was very much looking forward to the FPS boost is having played Unity on my PC using the ultra settings and playing it in the smoothest possible fashion that you really can with Unity, it feels so much better at 60 frames per second. Sure, they did yoink the cloth physics at 60 frames per second. I think it's got to be under 45 frames per second or something like that for the cloth physics to actually function, but it's an okay sacrifice to make because the game actually feels like it functions properly. You don't feel like you have to make moves before they happen. You can make them as you want to make them, and that's a very important thing because you can get far more into a flow in this game in this way, as opposed to just constantly having to think about every single movement that you're about to make or want to make. You can just do it and the game actually does it, at least when she's behaving, as opposed to before where you just really had to hope, you know, is it going to be semi-decent today? That being said, the Ezio Trilogy, this is perfect for it. These games were starting to show a little bit of age just graphically, and the remaster was very nice, but at 60 frames per second, these games just glide. You just flow through whichever one of the Ezio Trilogy games you're playing. I got some Brotherhood gameplay here. It just flows so well. You just gliding through the city. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. You point your head one way, you're gonna go that way, and it's gonna feel great. So it's just an awesome thing that they added, and I think it's gonna help these games in their longevity. Of course, I don't think we're gonna get any classic style Assassin's Creed games anytime soon. It's just such a nice thing that adds not only to their longevity, but the idea that some people could end up getting into these kinds of games and really enjoying them, and maybe we could see some other company or some other series pick up these kinds of ideas and make their own game. Obviously, it can't be exactly like Assassin's Creed, but these kinds of ideas that go into it and try to make something of it, because I think there is a market there for it. And again, it just adds to the longevity of these games. Whatever you think of a game like Unity, it's okay. It is kind of technically the last true Assassin experience, one could argue. And it is fun to just pick up and explore Paris from time to time. To me, the story's pretty subjective. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it could have been better, but I mean, some people really love it. So more power to you. If you really liked Unity, you're going to have a ton more fun playing it on the Series X with this FPS boost. And of course, the Ezio Trilogy, for anyone who's playing that, it is just silky smooth, man. I'm telling you, it is just a joy to just pick up and glide around Rome or Florence or Constantinople. It is wonderful. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a nice, thick, and juicy like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.